explain to people how Novacut works. So let's say I'm in LA and my collaborator is in Denver, since we're near Denver. So how does that work, like on a practical basis, between the two of us if we're editing a feature film?
So the first thing that has to happen is you get all of the source video files. Now Novacut can work transparently with proxy files, so you have lower resolution, much smaller size file that you can upload either to, say, like Novacut Cloud Services or directly to the other person, or say if you shot together, you send each person with a hard drive, and then you have copies of all the native footage locally. And you can definitely do that over the internet, but the hard drive option is really important to make that easy because upload speeds just aren't fast enough for most people to make that especially pleasant. So anyway, once you have the needed files, then all that's happening is you're sending the changes in the edit itself. So no video, just the metadata that describes the edit, which is tiny. Once you're to that step, you could do it on a dial-up modem, really. Maybe you wouldn't want to still, but it's the bandwidth requirements are that low. So there's going to be a couple options. One is a real-time collaborative edit, sort of like Google Docs. So you're both working on something, and as I make a change, you're going to see that instantly, pretty much. So I think especially for kind of editorial review, like, oh, hey, what do you think of this? And well, it's all right, but make a few changes here, or just being able to really easily look at the same thing at the same time and change it too. It's like, well, what about if we do this? And then the person can see that and it's like, oh, yeah, I think that does work better.
Once we've done all the editing, then we just export it because we have the files locally, right?
Right. Yeah, so to do a final render, you need the high-res original files all in one place. One option, and I also should point out that using kind of the cloud services we're going to offer is totally optional. We don't have to do that, but we think that for a lot of people it's going to be, it just makes stuff easier, so you might as well. But so you can do the final render in the cloud if all the files are there, which the nice thing about that is it can be very, very fast, because we can throw as much resource at it as needed to do as quickly as possible. But you also can render locally, and then you basically get a master render like you would with any other software.
Yeah, and media management is a huge focus for Novacut, and something that Jason has thought very seriously about for over a year now. So yeah, it's a big problem that he addressed first and then moved from there.